Hello everyone and welcome back. It's time for some quality content. And I'm here to talk about the episode of Invincible with the Conquest rematch. Now, a lot of people are wondering how Invincible was able to be a 5,000-year-old Viltrumite. And I'm here to tell you that there's a narrative to telling the story. See, a lot of fans have said there are inconsistent power levels throughout the series, and that's a major problem. But it's not. This is a deliberate choice to make these power levels seem inconsistent because that is not the point of the overarching theme of the series. An overarching thing in the Invincible series and throughout the fandom that most fans have made memes and jokes about is the inconsistent power levels. A lot of fans have even gotten to the theory that because Invincible is half human, he gets an adrenaline boost, which makes him stronger than Viltrumites in times of great stress or danger. But I'm here to tell you that that's not the case. You see, the case is that there is a story here to tell, and the story is that Invincible wants it more. You see, this culminates in both parts of the Conquest fight, Part 1 and Part 2. We see Conquest's backstory given to us in a short form in Part 1. Conquest tells us that he is given a purpose, not a name, a purpose. That is why he is called Conquest. Conquest did not want to be a Viltrumite. He was born to be a Viltrumite. Whereas Invincible gave himself his label. His label wasn't plastered on his forehead from the day he was born. Invincible gave himself his purpose.
I am a victim of my own success. Conquest. I don't even get a real name, only a purpose. I am capable of so much more, and no one sees it.
We see that Invincible is greatly outmatched with Conquest, but then the narrative comes in. We see Eve is put in danger as a side to show us what is truly at stake. Mark does not yet get that he has to get serious, that he has to give it his all, that he has to do anything he can to take down this insurmountable threat. And that's what a lot of us have to do in life sometimes. Sometimes people aren't exactly giving 100% at life. Sometimes people are, half and halving their way through things, hoping that other things will come along and help them out. When in truth, no one will help you but you. And that is what Mark had to realize in that moment, that Eve couldn't help him, Cecil couldn't help him. Mark had to lock in and be invincible in that moment. And that is what he became. That is why he was able to overcome this enemy that he should not have been able to. And this culminates even further in the second part of their encounter, where Conquest meets Invincible again, and Invincible makes good on his words, where he says he will not let Conquest breathe again, and he doesn't. Now, a lot of people are wondering, how come Conquest couldn't get him to let go? Conquest should be far stronger. Well, that is not the case. The case isn't that Conquest is more stronger or more experienced, even though he is. The case is simply that Mark wants it more, and Conquest no longer does. The first thing Conquest did when he escaped containment from Cecil's containment area is not destroy the entire planet, lay asunder looking for Invincible. No, he immediately sought his leader and wanted to end himself. Conquest, again, does not want life as a Viltrumite, but is forced to under the rule of Thrag. Now, once back in business, once fighting Invincible, we can see a small brief moment where it seems Conquest is smiling while Invincible is choking him out. And I like to believe that is not because he is happy fighting. That is not because of his usual sadistic demeanor. That is because there is finally someone strong enough to put an end to all of this. Conquest has been successful forever. He has been so successful that he can't make friends. Do you think that's a life that any living being wants to live? I don't think so. And I think on some level, Conquest not only grew respect for Invincible, but just decided to give in. At some point, we can see that Conquest simply closes his eyes lazily. There's a lot he could have done. There is so much more he could have done to ensure that he beat Invincible and then get back into the fight. But he didn't, because he didn't want to. Invincible did, because he wanted to win. He had to win. There are people to protect. and he could not fail. And that is the narrative to be told here. The narrative is not this guy is stronger than that guy, or the power scale, or which hero is coming next to be the big bad threat. The narrative here is what Invincible wants versus what he has to do.